Waterford Rotary Club is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year since its foundation. And over those years, we have supported well in excess of 70 individual projects. We have put this video together to give you a snapshot of what Rotary does. Waterford Rotary Club began in 1968, and we still have some members from the very early 70s.
Service above self. That's a pretty good motto. It was originally founded in Chicago in 1905, and it grew very quickly. Within a few years, it had spread to Europe, and Dublin was the first club. The biggest project we ever did was in the year of the disabled, and that was the year I was president of the club. We decided we would like to provide a holiday bungalow for disabled families. That was very successful. We built a 3-bedroom bungalow in Tramore on a nice little site there, just as you're turning down to go down to the beach, down to the prom. The committees used to meet in people's houses. So it really built up a family relationship to a certain extent. You would get to know everybody very well, and the fellowship was very good. It developed from that.
I've been a member since the 70s. It's one of the main reasons I've stayed with Rotary over the years, because it's nice to be a member of an organisation where you are trying to do some service in the community, which is, if you like, not focused on yourself, but focused on the good of the community, both locally and nationally. The fundamental in my view, is fellowship. It begins and ends with fellowship, and then the projects help to actually cement that fellowship. Primarily, you're not just raising funds. What you're doing is, if you like, bringing together a group of people who would like to support a particular project. And sometimes that can be local, but it can also be national. It can also be international. For example, one of the biggest things that Rotary has been involved in is the elimination of polio globally. The charitable arm of Rotary has raised over $1 billion as an organisation, driving projects such as Polio Plus, such as the elimination of sight problems in various countries.
Rotary are always looking at new ways of helping people, and that's pretty much the ethos of Rotary. And straight away I saw it as an ideal opportunity to speak about Oasis House. Gary Faulkner put a whole plan together. It was very clear to Gary what he could do and what he could pull together through a group of local contractors. And very, very quickly the members of Rotary were on board. Rotary together raised money through a film night and other fundraising events. Then Rotary nationally then pledged money together and matched the fundraising. And then between all our connections and everything, we actually pulled together works to the tune of 20,000. And Gary Faulkner, who's a member of Rotary, coordinated and project managed the whole thing.
Ronald McDonald House, Marion Carroll, the CEO, came down to give an after-lunch speech to the Rotary, which we do every week. And we had the inspiration then that we should do something to raise funds for the Ronald House. We put together the idea of doing a family-sponsored cycle. It's in operation 10 years now. We have, on average, about 100 people join us. And in the 10 years we've been doing this cycle, we've raised over €58,000. We're always looking for extra cyclists.
Here in Waterford, 21 years ago, in 1998, we came up with the idea of a memorial tree as a way of raising funds, and at the time was Waterford Hospice, and we're still supporting them 21 years later. Over that time we've raised probably around 450,000 for the hospice, and it's great to see the building grounds of Waterford Regional Hospital finally nearing completion, and I know that's going to be done soon, and it's fantastic to see the fruits of all those labours. The way it works is that people come up to us at the tree in John Roberts Square, a beautiful tree provided by the city, and they take a few minutes to take a break from the hurly-burly of all the excitement building up to Christmas and all the shopping and all the other stuff that's going on, and remember somebody who they've lost and write their names on a ribbon. The ribbons go on the tree, and we have a lovely tree covered with yellow ribbons on Christmas Eve with all those memories.
It began about 20 years ago when we had a visit at Rotary from the Waterford Chernobyl group, who go out to Belarus and do excellent work. Carpenters, electricians, plumbers, plasterers, builders, everything. And Ty Carroll, a local doctor, went out and came back and reported what he found to Rotary and said dental problems were the biggest problem he came across, because there were about 150 children in an orphanage and they had no dental service, and teeth were extracted without local by technicians, and rather horrific stuff. As a result of that, Rotary funded me to go out and explore the possibility of putting in a surgery. And over the intervening years, about 15 dentists from Ireland have gone out and worked there, all self-funded, and done tremendous work. Rotary have run a film night and given the proceeds to me to fund the organisation as well. And I hope in the years to come several younger dentists will take up the challenge and go to Belarus and carry on this very, very deserving project.